In this video, we will be discussing these 5 topics of general studies. These are the 22nd Law Commission, Rudram, Samanvay 2022, Shyama Prasad Mukherji Rurban Mission, and Stand Up India. Let us start with the first topic, that is the 22nd Law Commission. Law Commission of India is a non-statutory body constituted by a notification of the Department of Legal Affairs under the Ministry of Law and Justice of the Government of India. A non-statutory body means that this commission is not established by any act, any code, or by any provision of the Constitution. The first law commission was established in the year 1834 when India was under the British colonial rule. This commission was established by the Charter Act of 1833 and its chairman was Lord Macaulay. Post-independence, which means after the year 1947, the first law commission was established in the year 1955, which was headed by the then Attorney General of India, Mr. M.C. Setalvad. Now, this Law Commission of India has definite terms of reference to carry out research in the field of law. And the Commission makes recommendation to the government as per its terms of reference in the form of reports, which means that only those terms that are provided in the reference would be the topics on which the Commission is to prepare a report. Now, these reports provide excellent, thought-provoking and vital review of the laws of India and acts as an advisory body to the Ministry of Law and Justice. The 21st Law Commission, prior to this one that has been established, its tenure ended on 31st of August 2018. And there was a gap of almost 2 years before the 22nd Law Commission was approved in the year 2020 for a period of 3 years. Generally, law commissions are constituted for a period of 3 years. The notification for the 22nd Law Commission was issued on 21st February 2020. This commission is to be chaired by Justice Rituraj Awasthi. He was earlier the Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court till 2nd July 2022 when he retired. Before being the Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court, he was also a judge at the Allahabad High Court. The tenure of this commission has been extended up to 31st August 2024. At that date, its tenure will end. The other members of the panel are former Kerala High Court Justice K.T. Shankaran, M. Karunanidhi, and law professors and law thinkers such as Anand Paliwal, D.P. Verma, and Raka Arya. Now, this commission would have a big panel. It will consist of 1. A full-time chairperson, secondly, 4 full-time members, which will also include the member secretary, the secretary of Department of Legal Affairs as its ex officio member, the secretary of Legislative Department as an ex officio member, and not more than other 5 part-time members. The notification clearly laid out that its purpose would be to identify laws which are no longer needed or relevant and can be immediately repealed, which means those laws which are not in use anymore or have no purpose to serve. They are to examine the existing laws in light of directive principles of state policy. Directive principles of state policies are the policies that a government must focus on for the better and upliftment of its citizens. All the existing laws, are they fulfilling the purpose or not? This is also to be examined by this commission and suggest ways of improvement and reform, and also suggest such legislations as might be necessary to implement the directive principles and to attain the objectives set out in the preamble of the Constitution. It is said that this Law Commission can also submit a report about the possible implementation of the Civil Procedure Code. It will also revise the central acts of general importance so as to simplify them and remove anomalies, ambiguities, and inequities. There are several laws in India right now which are very much hard to understand, not just for the common public, but also for the advocates and other people who are related with this field. Now, those discrepancies, or I would say those complications, it will also be submitting a report on that, as how can those laws be simplified. The next topic that we'll be discussing is Rudram. Rudram is a new generation anti-radiation missile which was successfully flight tested by the Defense Research and Development Organization on 9th of October 2020. Anti-radiation missile means that the purpose of this missile is to identify those targets which emit radio waves and engage on them. Rudram means Shiva, also known as remover of sorrows. It is an air-to-surface missile, which means it will be launched from air and hit a target on the surface of the earth, with an operational range of approximately 250 kilometers and a maximum speed of Mach 2. Mach is a unit of speed, which is equivalent to the speed of sound in air. Tested on a radiation target located on Wheeler Island off the coast of Odisha, it was launched from the fighter aircraft Sukhoi Su-30 Mk-1 fighter aircraft. This missile hit the target with pinpoint accuracy. It is the first indigenous anti-radiation missile of India for the Indian Air Force. There are three variations of this missile, Rudram 1, 2 and 3. It has INS GPS navigation with passive homing head for the final attack. This missile has established indigenous capability to develop long-range air-launched anti-radiation missiles for neutralizing enemy radars, communication sites and other radio frequency emitting targets, or otherwise known as RF emitting targets. The passive homing head can detect, classify and engage targets over a wide band of frequencies as programmed. So whatever radio frequencies that it would be programmed into, the missile can detect it, it can classify it, which means it can separate it from the other sources and engage towards it, which would result in targeting it with pinpoint accuracy. The Indian Air Force has proposed the Government of India in November of 2022 to include the missile in its fleet under the Make in India scheme for a sum of 1400 crore rupees, which means that this would also be helping boost the Indian economy. The next topic is Samanvay 2022. Samanvay is an annual joint humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercise which was conducted by the Indian Air Force in the year 2022 at Air Force Station Agra from 28 November 2022 to 30th November 2022. Various stakeholders from the country and representatives from Asian member countries also participated in the exercise. Honorable Raksha Mantri Sri Rajnath Singh was the chief guest of this exercise on the second day of multi-agency exercise dedicated to capability demonstration. In his address, he advocated the necessity of speed, scale, and solidarity in the disaster response mechanism to save valuable lives and property, and also brought out that the focus of India has now shifted from a relief centering to a multi-pronged approach to crisis encompassing prevention, mitigation, preparedness, response, relief, and rehabilitation. He also underlined the effectiveness of the armed forces as first responders in crisis situations. This was recently seen in the situation when an earthquake hit the country of Turkey and the armed forces acted as first responders in that event. It emerged as a significant step towards achieving synergy between various stakeholders and facilitated exchange of knowledge, experience and best practices with the participants, including those representing the Asian member countries. So not only our country but also the other member countries who have participated would benefit due to this exercise. The next topic is Shyama Prasad Mukherji Rurban Mission, otherwise known in short as SPMRM. This scheme was launched by the Ministry of Rural Development in 2016 and was inaugurated by Shri Narendra Modi, who is the Prime Minister of India, at Kurubad village of Chhattisgarh's Rajnandagaon district on 21st February 2016. Now, what is the vision of this mission? It follows the vision of development of a cluster of villages that preserve and nurture the essence of rural community life with focus on equity and inclusiveness without compromising with the facilities perceived to be essentially urban in nature, thus creating a cluster of urban villages. The objective is to stimulate local economic development, enhance basic services, and create well-planned urban clusters. The institutional framework. It is proposed institutional framework via Section 8 of the Framework of Implementation Part 1. The mission will be implemented keeping the state as anchors and key implementers, which means that the states would be playing the most pivotal part in implementing this mission. The institutional framework under the mission envisages the engagement of key stakeholders at the national, state, district and Gram Panchayat level for implementing the mission, which means that all of the key stakeholders engaged in this mission would be playing at all of the levels, importantly, to ensure that this mission is implemented in the best possible manner. Under this mission, presently, there are 109 tribal clusters, 191 non-tribal clusters, under different stages of development across 28 states and 6 union territories of the country. Out of 300 urban clusters, 291 integrated cluster action plans and 282 detailed project reports have been developed by the states UTs with a proposed investment of 27,788 crores approximately. The achievements of the mission so far have been an expenditure of 15,072 crores rupees approximately has been made, which constitutes about 54.24% of the outlay. Out of total 76,973 projected works under the mission, a total of 40,751 which is about 55% of the whole projected work, are either completed or near completion stage. To propagate plant development, the planning notification has been done for 248 clusters. Regarding the objective of having sustainable plant development of rural habitat on spatial perspective, a spatial planning platform has been developed in collaboration with Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics and Ministry of Panchayat Raj. Mentor institutions have been onboarded for providing technical assistance to states, UTs in implementation of the mission, apart from strengthening technological infrastructure in rural areas. The next topic is Stand Up India. This scheme was launched on 5th of April 2016 to promote entrepreneurship at grassroots level, focusing on economic empowerment and job creation. The objective of the scheme, as laid out by the Ministry of Finance, is to facilitate bank loans between Rs 10 lakh and 1 crore to at least one scheduled caste or scheduled tribe borrower and at least one woman borrower per bank branch for setting up a greenfield enterprise. This enterprise may be in manufacturing, services, or the trading sector. In case of non-individual enterprises, which means in case of a company or a partnership or LLP, etc., at least 51% of the shareholding and controlling stake should be held by either an SC, ST, or woman entrepreneur to be eligible under this scheme. It provides a digital platform based on 3 pillars to support enterprises promotion among entrepreneurs from SC, ST and women category through number 1, hand-holding support, number 2, providing information on financing, and number 3, credit guarantee. In 2019-20, during this period, the Stand Up India scheme was extended for the entire period coinciding with the 15th Finance Commission period of 2020 to 25. This scheme, which covers all branches of scheduled commercial banks, will be accessed in 3 potential ways, which means the eligible people can access it in these 3 ways: directly at the branch or through Stand Up India portal, that is www.standupmitra.in, or through the lead district manager. More than 30,160 crore rupees loans have been sanctioned to over 1,33,995 accounts under this scheme in just 6 years. The Government of India has set up Credit Guarantee Fund for Stand Up India, in short known as CGFSI, to extend collateral-free coverage. Stand Up India scheme also envisages extending hand-holding support to the potential borrowers. It also provides for convergence with central state government schemes, which means any kind of other information apart from this, which the borrowers might need in setting up their industry. The government will help them in getting information and experience regarding everything, starting from planning the business to getting training, and also letting them know whether they can also get benefit under any other central or state government schemes as well.